everyone, I am Soham and welcome to my channel Technical World. Today I will start a new chapter of biology. So let's see. Today I will start absorption by root and rise of water up to xylem. This is ICSE chapter 3, right? Now I am moving to the next slide. Now we shall see the syllabus. What we will learn in this chapter. We will learn absorption by roots, imbibition, diffusion, and osmosis, osmotic pressure, root pressure, turgidity and flaccidity, plasmolysis, deplasmolysis, absorption of water and minerals, active and passive transport. In brief, the rise of water up to the xylem, that is ascent of sap. Now I am moving to the next slide. Now we shall see what is root. Root is the organ for absorption of water. Root is the descending underground part of a plant. This root is the underground part of a plant through which absorption water is done. Now we will see the three functions. Root fixes the plant firmly in the soil. Root hair absorbs water and dissolved mineral salts from the soil. Root conducts water and dissolved mineral salts upward through stem up to the leaves. Now upward to the stem means ये stem से water को transport करता है xylem तक, right? Now we will see how are roots adapted for absorbing water. Roots form an efficient system to absorb water from the soil because of the following features: a high surface area in the form of root hairs, higher concentration of cell sap, and thin wall of root hairs, right? Now we will see this diagram. This is a typical root, right? This is a typical young root. Now these are the root hairs. These hair-like structures are root hairs, and this is the area of maturation. यहाँ पर सेल मैच्योर होता है. Now this is the now this is the part where cell elongates, right? यहाँ पर cell elongation होता है. And now this is the part of cell division. यहाँ पर cell division होता है नया root formation के लिए, right? Now we will move to the next slide. Now what are the modes of absorption and conduction of water and minerals? There are 5 modes of absorption, that are imbibition, diffusion, osmosis, active transport and passive transport, right? Now we shall move to the next slide. Now what is imbibition? Imbibition is the adsorption of water molecules on the surface of colloidal substances in the living or dead cell. Imbibition जो होता है वो लिविंग सेल में भी होता है एंड डेड सेल में भी होता है, राइट? इम्बाइबिशन वाटर को एड्सॉर्प्शन, ये एड्सॉर्प्शन वर्ड देखा, एड्सॉर्प्शन मीन्स प्रेशर, राइट? नाउ एग्जांपल्स ऑफ इम्बाइबिशन: warping of wooden doors and windows. The windows doors have lignified dead cells. Windows and doors are prepared from plants, and they are the dead cells of the plant, right? The imbibe moisture during the rainy season and swell up causing warping. Rainy season में क्या होता है, वो doors होता है तो doors moisture absorb करता है और बड़ा हो जाता है, right? Now swelling of seed, dry seed placed in the water, swelling by imbibition water and make the seed cold, right? यहाँ पर एक एक्टिविटी दिया है, ये आप घर पर भी ट्राई कर सकते हैं. ये एक्टिविटी है, आप एक कंटेनर लीजिए, कंटेनर में आप क्या करेंगे, सीड लेंगे, है ड्राई सीड, और ड्राई सीड को वाटर पे भिगा देंगे. वाटर पे भिगा देंगे मतलब वाटर से ड्राई सीड को आप वॉश कर लेंगे, फिर इसमें डाल देंगे, और you can give water in it and tightly आप ढक्कन को जोड़ देंगे, राइट। नाउ अब देखते हैं सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ इम्बाइबिशन प्रेशर। बाय इम्बाइबिंग वाटर, सीड ब्रेक्स देयर सीड कोट्स एंड जर्मिनेट। इम्बाइबेशन हेल्प्स इन द अपटेक ऑफ सॉइल वाटर बाय रूट हेयर, राइट। अभी हम जाते हैं नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे। Now what is diffusion? The free movement of the molecules of the substances from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration is called diffusion. Examples of diffusion: when perfume is splitted in one corner of a room, its fragrance spreads to the other corner of the room. The sugar added to the cup of a tea disappears on stirring because its molecules spread uniformly throughout the tea, making it sweet. Even if sugar is not stirred in it, it will still dissolve, but it will take some time, right? अभी यहाँ पर एक एक्टिविटी दिया है टू डेमोन्स्ट्रेट द प्रोसेस ऑफ डिफ्यूशन इन लिक्विड्स। ये जो जिसे जिसे एक्टिविटी मैं दिखा रहा हूँ वो एक्टिविटी बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है आईसीएससी बोर्ड्स के लिए, राइट। अभी सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ डिफ्यूजन: एक्सचेंज ऑफ CO2 एंड ऑक्सीजन बिटवीन लीव्स एंड द आउटसाइड एयर टेक्स प्लेस बाय डिफ्यूजन। CO2 and oxygen between leaves and the outside air takes place through diffusion, right. Movement of sugars, solutes and water between adjacent cells is facilitated by diffusion, okay. Loss of water as water vapor from the leaves takes place by diffusion, right. अभी हम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे मूव करते हैं। Now what is osmosis? Osmosis is the movement of solvent molecules from a sugar of higher concentration of solver molecules on to the lower concentration of the solvent molecules through semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane मतलब जो कुछ ही सिलेक्टेड मॉलिक्यूल्स को पास करने देता है from one concentration to the other concentration. Now we shall see there are two types of osmosis: endosmosis and exosmosis. Endosmosis में inward movement of water into a cell through a semi-permeable membrane when it is placed in water or solution which is less concentration. Exosmosis: it is the outward flow of water from a cell through a semi-permeable membrane when it is placed in a solution which is more concentrated, that is, has a lower concentration of water as compared to cell sap. It causes shrinkage of cell. Now we shall move to the next slide. We shall see a activity on osmosis. In this activity, we will take a potato and cut like a rectangle. You can see in this image, and here pin a pin to check the level of water. After some time, we will see that the water rise up to the pin. So we can see that this potato layer acts as a semi-permeable membrane and causes osmosis, right? Now we shall move to the next slide. Now we will see the significances of osmosis. Osmosis helps in the absorption of water by the plants. Osmosis provides turgidity to the cell, develops and maintains turgor pressure. Turgor pressure means turgidity. जो turgidity के जरिए जो प्रेशर क्रिएट होता है उसको ही टार्जर प्रेशर कहते हैं. Now osmosis allows the movement of water from one cell to the another. Opening and closing of stomata is regulated by osmotic entry and exit of water in guard cells. Resistance of plants to drought and frost is brought about by osmosis. Many plant movements such as foldings and droppings of leaves are brought about by osmosis. I hope that everybody has understood. Now we shall move to the next slide. Now we will see what is active transport and passive transport. Active transport and passive transport is the upgraded form of osmosis, right? We shall see the definitions. The movement of a substance from its lower concentration to the higher concentration against concentration gradient is called active transport. It is just opposite to what happened in diffusion. Active transport occurs through semi-permeable membrane. The cell membrane carries molecules picking and transporting ions or substances. Therefore, the process needs energy, which is about from ATP, right? Now we shall see what is passive transport. Passive transport is the movement of ions and other atomic or molecular substances across cell membrane from higher concentration to the lower concentration without need of energy. पैसिव ट्रांसपोर्ट में एनर्जी इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं होता है, एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट में होता है, राइट? नाउ वी शैल सी द डिफ्यूजन एंड एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट डिफरेंसेस. व्हाट आर द डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन डिफ्यूजन एंड एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट? Diffusion is the movement of ion or molecules from their higher concentration to the area of their lower concentration. Active transport is the movement of ions and molecules from the region of their lower concentration to the higher concentration, right? Movement of ions and molecules occurs along the concentration gradient, right? Movement of the ions and molecules occurs against concentration gradient. डिफ्यूशन में कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ग्रेडियंट पे मूवमेंट होता है एंड एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट में एगेंस्ट होता है कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ग्रेडियंट से, राइट? डिफ्यूशन में कोई एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट में एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट है, राइट? इट कैन ऑकर, डिफ्यूजन कैन ऑकर परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन के बावजूद भी ये होता है, राइट? और एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट में सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन मस्ट रिक्वायर्ड. Now we shall move to the next slide. Now we shall discuss some questions. State whether the following statements are true or false. Diffusion is the movement of water from a region of their higher concentration to the region of their lower concentration. It is true. Number 2, semi-permeable membrane prevents passage of solute molecules. It is false, right? Solute particles को ये प्रिवेंट नहीं करता है. Number 3, osmosis occurs in one direction only. Yes, osmosis occurs from higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. Exosmosis may cause bursting of the cell. No, exosmosis नहीं, this is false. Endosmosis के जरिए bursting of cells होता है. Number B, list the physical processes which are involved in the process of absorption and conduction of water and minerals by the plants. Physical processes are imbibition, active transport, passive transport, diffusion, and osmosis. What will happen if a plant cell is placed in a concentrated sugar solution? It will become shrunk, right? It will become shrunk. Plant cell वो hypotonic solution होता है. अब हम जाते हैं solution के जरिए, right? Now we shall see tonicity. Tonicity is the relative concentration of two solutions that determine the direction of the movements of solvent. On the basis of tonicity, there are three types: isotonic, hypotonic and hypertonic. ये isotonic क्या होता है? Two solutions having the same solute concentration are said to be isotonic solution. In such solution, there is no net movement of water molecules across the cell, so there osmosis नहीं होता है, right? अब हम देखते हैं hypotonic solution. Of the two solutions which has lower concentration of solutes as compared to the other one is called hypotonic solution. If a cell is kept in the solution which has lower concentration of solutes as compared to the cytoplasmic or cell sap, the water moves into the cell. It is endosmosis. And hypertonic solution of two solutions which has higher concentration of solutes as compared to the other one is called hypertonic solution. Now we shall move to the next slide. Now what is plasmolysis and deplasmolysis? Plasmolysis is the inward movement of the water molecules from the higher region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration. So plasmolysis का another name है exosmosis और turgidity, right? And deplasmolysis का another name है flaccidity. यहाँ पर सेल से सब वाटर निकल आता है, right? Practical applications of plasmolysis: salting of meat, higher concentration of sugar in jam and jelly protects from the bacteria and fungi. Fish, meats and vegetables are dried and salted to the protect from the spoilage by growing of the bacteria and fungi, right? Weeds may be killed in a playground by sprinkling excessive salts around their bases. Okay, now we shall move to the next slide. We shall discuss about ascent of sap. Now what is the ascent of sap? Ascent of sap is the upward movement of the water and minerals from the xylem of the root through stems and leaf vein to the top of the plant and is called ascent of sap. The upward conduction takes place through the lumen of the xylem vessels and tracheids. Now we can see this image. यहाँ पर xylem है spongy meso layer, ये layer है spongy meso एंड फ्लोएम है, ये इस पार्ट फ्लोएम है एंड यहाँ पर से H2O निकल आता है, ये है स्टोमा, राइट? नाउ वी शैल मूव टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड एंड वी शैल डिस्कस ए एक्टिविटी. इन दिस एक्टिविटी हाउ रूट एब्जॉर्ब वाटर यहाँ पर दिया गया है. यहाँ पर एक फाइनल लेवल ऑफ वाटर है, राइट? ऑयल दिया गया है जो वेपोराइजेशन के माध्यम से नहीं वाटर लॉस होता है. So students, please read this chapter thoroughly. This is an important chapter in ICSE. Thank you for watching my video, and if you like my video, please give a like button, and if you are new in my channel, please subscribe my channel for getting latest updates. Thank you.